Hello, NIO shorters, NIO bears. I'm making a video for the bears only. This video, if you're bullish on NIO, do not watch this video. This video is for bears only. Okay, this is a rare treat for people who are bearish on NIO and wants to put me down. So I'm making a video just for you guys, so that you understand who are you up against. Because like 2 days ago in the gallery, I explained to NIO girl before. She asked me what do I do for a living. I said I go to war. She didn't try to understand that part, so maybe I make this one for her as well. I'm going to war. My war weapon of choice is social media, and I'm gonna go against you, the bears. Simple as that. Let me explain to you why do I have this bottle in my hand and why this is instrumental in my war against the bears in NIO. So before I appear here on social media, before I make a YouTube video, before you even see my face, I have already done all my research. I'm not here to try to convince anybody or convince myself to buy or not to buy NIO shares. I'm here just to double check everything what I already know and connect with the social circle of NIO users, NIO investors. This is the reason I made myself visible. I'm fully aware that it also paints a target on my head. I'm not new to social media. I know what that means, having your social media account. You have lovers and you have haters. Usually the ratio is 20 to 80%. 20% haters, 80% lovers. But you know what? I'm actually quite surprised this time I encountered virtually no hate. I have actually virtually no dislikes on my channel, which is quite surprising for me. I don't even know why so few people hate me. I wish there's been more people who hate me on this channel so that they can say they're shorting NIO shares and it's gonna go to zero and all that stuff. But I want to use this bottle as an example why the probability someone like me is gonna sell my shares and walk away, the opportunity is zero. Look, why did I have this bottle with me? Because I was just now in the cafe testing in real life the customer feedback on the bottle design. I sat myself down, sat next to a display area where the coffee shop actually sell bottles, similar drinking bottles. So what I did was, oh damn, this is tiring. This is super tiring. I have to, my arms can't do this anymore. Okay, I need to figure out how to do this. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna use bottle as my tripod or something. Hopefully this works. I'm just gonna film myself like this as a background. So, what I want to say is that I was just now in the cafe, sat next to the display area where they sell beautiful water bottles and drinking bottles and so on. And then I just sat there, drank my coffee at the same time, I displayed this bottle. Anytime somebody came by and paid attention, even a little bit attention to my bottle, I just asked them directly, what do you think about it? I told them a lie. I said, this is a prototype from a factory. It's not. You can buy it today on NIO apps. But I think most people have no idea. But I told them it's a prototype product. You can't buy it yet. What do you think about the design? What do you think about the handling? I gave the bottle into the hand of different customers, and universally everyone said it was fantastic. Everybody said it's amazing, it's fantastic. Pricing is alright too. I didn't tell them how much it is, but actually it's competitively priced. Yeah, I'm a heavy user of this kind of bottles, so I know the difference between the cheap one and the expensive one. And everyone knew this was an expensive bottle, high quality, and they were all actually quite happy with the product. So why is this related to the bears in NIO shares? So I want you guys to understand, when you short the shares, you are just shorting against the company's financial strengths or the lack of thereof. But when I buy the shares, I'm not buying into the financial strengths of the company today. I'm buying into the future of the company. To predict the future of the company, I must know everything what the company does today and more. So if I'm even willing to invest my time, effort, and everything into studying a single irrelevant product, that bottle is literally irrelevant to the bottom line of NIO. if I'm even willing to invest my time and effort into investigating the product quality and feedback, customer feedback of a product that makes zero difference to NIO, what do you think how much effort and research I've already done into other area of NIO's businesses before I even put a single cent into my investment? What that means is you don't need to tell me that I'm right or wrong. I will be wrong when the share price goes to zero. When will the share price go to zero? When the company folds or gets taken over. Old shareholders get wiped out, new shareholders take over. I'm going to wait for that event. This time I will not fold until it either goes to zero one way or another. So as a NIO short, you can only make money by buying back the shares you shorted because you are actually the future buyer. This is something most people have no idea about. When you short a share, the only way for you finish your trade is by buying back the shares you shorted. You have to buy back your shares. As long I don't have ever sell my shares, I absolutely do not need to. I have enough money for retirement in Hua Hin for the rest of my life. I can live there for another 40 years. Thai baht is very cheap. Cost of living is very cheap in Thailand. I got no problems with my lifestyle there and enjoy the lifestyle very much. And it cost me a fraction of where else in the world. Hua Hin is an amazing place to retire, and I'm fully retired to Hua Hin. And I don't need the money in NIO, not even a single dollar out of NIO shares to live for the rest of my life in Hua Hin. Therefore, the probability that you can convince me to sell my shares back to you so you can make money from shorting NIO shares, at least for my shareholding, that probability is zero. The only chance you have is to drive the company to zero. What is the probability you can drive this company to zero? I leave this to you. That's your decision. So I make this video for the shorts. I hope the bulls don't watch this because it's going to make them even more bullish, I think. So it's even worse for you to share shorts. So I just want you to understand who are you up against. My shares will never come out on the market. Maybe when Apple buys the company for $200 billion, I'm ready to sell. Yeah, Apple, let's do a deal. My shares, proportion of the $200 billion takeover, I'm willing to exchange my share for cash and shares in Apple at $200 billion valuation. What about that? Okay, thanks for watching. Have a fantastic day.